morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanarma. Let's begin with the main stories. Government team and representatives of Dr. Govinda K.C. reach an agreement. Government finally heeds to Dr. K.C.'s demands. Dr. K.C. ends his hunger strike. Acting Chief Justice Deepak Raj Joshi faces parliamentary hearing session, defends himself against controversies surrounding his education certificate, among other allegations. Former cricketer Imran Khan claims victory in Pakistan's election amid accusations of vote rigging by rivals. Nawaz Sharif's party rejects the results. And Nepalese cricket team defeats East London Sharks by 134 runs in the practice match played yesterday. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. The government team and representatives of Dr. Govinda K.C. have reached an agreement yesterday. The government team reached the Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital to sign an agreement with Dr. Govinda K.C., which also ended the hunger strike staged by Dr. K.C. for the past 27 days. Dr. K.C. was staging his latest round of hunger strike with demands of major reforms in the country's medical education and health service access. Dr. K.C. has demanded that affiliation to any medical college should not be granted for 10 years and the requirement of operation of a hospital for at least 3 years to run a medical college, among others. Meanwhile, earlier yesterday, two separate meetings were held between Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli and the representatives of Dr. K.C. Likewise, a rally organized in Kathmandu in solidarity with Dr. K.C. was intercepted by the police as well. The rally, organized by doctors and medical students from the Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital in Maharajganj, was intercepted by police at the main entrance of the hospital itself. A small clash took place after the police obstructed the participants of the rally from making their exit from the main gate of the hospital. The police arrested 36 protesters after the participants began protesting on the road. They were taken to the city police office at Exhibition Road. Supporters of Dr. K.C. in the rally had urged the government to address Dr. K.C.'s demands to save his life. And moving on, the acting Chief Justice Deepak Raj Joshi has faced the parliamentary hearing session under the customary practice of Federal Parliament to hold hearing sessions prior to any major appointments. Joshi defended himself against controversies surrounding his education certificates, among other accusations levelled on him. During the hearing, lawmakers questioned Joshi regarding accusations of tampering with government land and registering it on an individual's name, using his power to meddle with the government's property and being part of irregularities in state revenue. Joshi has also been accused of favouring the defendant against the government in cases involving public properties and having nexus with the middlemen. While Joshi defended himself against majority of the questions raised by the lawmakers, he refrained from giving any remark regarding the interim order Joshi had issued regarding tax revenue of NCL, among others. Joshi thought it wise not to comment on the issue as the case is still under consideration at the court. Joshi said the rest of the other accusations were baseless. Likewise, he also said he was not involved in the final verdict in the land irregularities and tax controversies. Joshi had reached the Parliament hearing committee with a list of work proposals once he is appointed the Chief Justice. The Constitutional Council had recommended Joshi for the post of Chief Justice on 12th of June. Joshi's hearing concluded yesterday itself. However, the committee has yet to decide whether to approve his recommendation or not. The committee has also to decide whether it will probe into other serious allegations put onto him. The government has added Agriculture and Livestock Development Ministry to its existing portfolios. The meeting of the Council of Ministers held yesterday disintegrated the Ministry of Agriculture, Land Management and Cooperatives to Agriculture and Livestock and Land Management and Poverty Alleviation Ministries. Following the decision, the number of ministries has now increased to 21 from 20. Likewise, the Cabinet has also decided to recommend Purna Chandra Thapa to the position of the Acting Chief of Army Staff. Thapa will assume his position as the Acting Chief of Army Staff from 10th of August. The Cabinet meeting has also decided to replace the Nepal-India Aviation Agreement based on the consensus between the government of the two countries. The Cabinet also decided to scrap the Public Enterprise Directive Board. Now, the Parliament is the institution where the public elected representatives share popular voice. However, lately, the Parliament has been exploited to put an authoritative stamp on solutions influenced by international forces. The supreme institution of democracy, therefore, is at the risk of weakening by the day. The Parliament is the only institution with the job description of concluding on the issues of public interest following productive discussions. The very powerful institution which represents the sovereign citizens is now in fragile state. For instance, discussions on the issue of the amendment of medical education bill, which has already been registered at the Parliament, is being held elsewhere when official and unofficial talks could have been held within the Parliament itself. Parliamentarians who hold the authority of discussing on the issues of national interest are yet to voice their opinion on the amendment. The misfortune is such that the Parliament ruling parties and not even the opposition have paid any attention in this regard. In sharp contrast to their responsibilities, all of them were focused on finding an outlet beyond the doors of the Parliament. This is not the first time or first instance of this kind. Even during the development of the Constitution, significant issues were concluded outside, while only the endorsement was held through the Constituent Assembly. The trend of ignoring the sovereign parliament to solve disputes from elsewhere is not a good practice. This is why such issues must be addressed following discussions within the parliament in days ahead, as that would ensure the proper coming of age of parliamentary democracy. And it's now time for the international update. Early results from Pakistan's elections have suggested ex-cricket star Imran Khan is on course to become the Prime Minister of the country. With nearly half the votes counted from Wednesday's election, Khan's PTI party is in the lead. It is expected to fall short of an overall majority and to seek coalition partners. Officials deny claims of vote rigging made by Khan's rivals. Campaigning has been marred by violence, and on voting day a bomb killed 31 people at the polling station. With votes counted in 47% of stations, Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf PTI party was leading in 113 of the 272 National Assembly constituencies being contested. A total of 137 seats is required for a majority. Oxford-educated Khan, who led Pakistan to victory in the Cricket World Cup in 1992, first entered politics in 1996 but struggled for years on the political sidelines. In the lead-up to this vote, the 65-year-old faced accusations that he was benefiting from military interferences against his rivals. This election will mark only the second time that a civilian government has handed power to another after serving a full term in Pakistan. Banking and financial institutions, BFIs, now appear to have adequate investable capital as the government released a large chunk of development budget in June-July. BFIs that had increased the interest rates to boost the deposits during tough times have already decreased the interest rates on savings. However, they are yet to reduce the interest rates on loans. Investable capital at BFIs in April-May was very less, standing at 11 billion rupees. However, now the banks can invest funds for the demand for loans up to 75 billion rupees. Following such increase in liquidity, banks have reduced the interest rate on deposits or savings. The BFIs that had increased the interest rates on loans without awareing their consumers during low liquidity period have yet to pay attention towards decreasing the rate despite the ease in situation. Banks were seen competing in increasing fixed deposits in recent past because of liquidity crisis. The Bankers Association had set a ceiling on interest rate to control such competition. In a sharp contrast, the banks have now begun in reducing the interest rate on deposits. Despite reducing the interest rate on savings, the banks are apparently reluctant in reducing the interest rate on loans. Bankers are of the opinion that reduction in interest rate for savings would automatically reduce the rate for loans. Nepal Rashtra Bank, through the monetary policy, has reduced the mandatory cash ratio to 4% for bank and financial institutions. This means the banks are now able to invest 48 billion rupees in supplement. In addition to that, reduction in the interest rate for deposits means reduction in costs and expenditure for banks as well. However, the current practice of barring consumers for reaping benefits and charging the previous rates cannot be considered as professional integrity. Now, yesterday we had asked the people of Kathmandu, Dhading and Makwanpur how effective are the monitorings carried out by the ministers been. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
पदमा बस्ने गाज जस्तो गर्ने म मन्त्री हो भन्ने देखाउने झारा टार्ने
मिस्टेकहरु धेरै पत्ता लगाइरहनु भएको छ पनि र त्यो पत्ता लगाए पश्चात चाहिँ त्यसको कुनै पनि सुधारको कार्यहरु नभएको
मात्र झारो टार्ने मात्र काम हो त्यो दिनको गएको टिएडीए भत्ता सत्ता मिलाउँछन् अनि समाचार माध्यममा राम्रो काम गरी भनेर देखावटी रूपमा देखाउन चाहन्छन्
गर्छ गरेर मध्ये पनि थाहा छैन मलाई यस्तो हिलोमा हामी कति हिँड्नु पर्छ कति दुःख छ उहाँले पनि देखेछ होला नि
जनताको लागि खास देखिने गएर नीतिगत रूपमा वर्षैभरि कार्यविधि बनाएर गरिने अनुगमनले र त्यो अनुगमनको प्रतिवेदनहरू जनता सामु नल्याएसम्ममा कुनै पनि चीजको लेखाजोखा जनताले अनुभव गर्न पाउँदैन
अनुगमन आउनु भन्दा अगाडि नै त्यही कार्यालयको कुनै कसै चाहिँ सूचना सम्प्रेषण हुन्छ सम्बन्धित व्यापारीहरुबाट अनुगमन आउँदैछ है भनेर चाहिँ त्यो सामानहरु लुकाउने जस्तो चाहिँ देखिएको छ त्यसले गर्दा यो चाहिँ जनता सामु एउटा ढोङ पिट्ने रचना मात्रै हो
अनुगमन गरेको भोलिपल्ट 2 दिनसम्म मिडियामा कहाँ चर्चा परिचर्चा हुन्छ भोलिबाट के पर्सिबाट के पनि हुँदैन
जहाँ अनुगमन जाँदै हुन्छ त्यस्तो भए चाहिँ म आउँदैछु त ठीक भएर बस है भनेर भन्ने जस्तो जुन अनुगमनको प्रभाव देखिनु पर्थ्यो सर्वसाधारणमा त्यो चाहिँ फिटिकै देखिएको छैन
अनुगमन आउनुहुन्छ जानुहुन्छ तर त्यसमा जुन सुधार हुनुपर्ने हो त्यो सुधार चाहिँ भइरहेको जस्तो लाग्दैन
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, why has liquidity overflow not reduced interest rates in banks? Your options are A, profit-oriented, B, weak monitoring from Rashtra Bank, and C, not the time yet. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
The Nepalese cricket team, which is on a Europe tour, has defeated East London Sharks by 134 runs in the last T20 practice match played yesterday. Put into bat first after losing the toss, Nepal posted a massive total of 251 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 4 wickets. In setting up an impressive total, Nepalese batsmen Paras Khadka, Gyanendra Malla and Dipender Singh Airi all scored half centuries. Gyanendra Malla top scored for Nepal with 75 runs of 47 balls, while skipper Paras Khadka smashed 67 runs of just 30 balls. Dipender Singh Airi's half century included 4 fours and 6 sixes. Salim Akbal, who claimed 2 wickets as the top wicket taker for East London. Chasing a stiff target of 252 runs for victory, East London Sharks managed to score 117 runs in the stipulated 20 overs, losing 9 wickets. Apart from Taki Abbas, who scored 32 runs, and Hafiz Yawar, who contributed 26 runs, none of the other East London batsmen reached double figures. Sandeep Lamichhane, who grabbed 3 wickets, was the pick of the bowlers for Nepal. In the 4 T20 practice match played, the Nepalese cricket team registered its 3rd win yesterday. Nepal will now be playing T20 matches against England's Marylebone Cricket Club MCC and the Netherlands at Lord's from this coming Sunday. Nepal's squad will then head to the Netherlands, where they will play the historic debut match of the One Day International against the hosts. The 2 One Day Internationals against the Netherlands are scheduled for the 1st and 3rd of August. Now on to more sports news. Nepal's national football team is scheduled to tour Thailand prior to kicking off their Asian Games campaign. All Nepal Football Association confirmed the Thailand itinerary earlier today. Team coach Gyotaku Koji also unveiled the 29-member squad for the Thailand tour. Nepal will leave on 3rd of August and will play 2 practice matches during their stay in Thailand for 10 days. One match has been slated against the Thailand's national team, while the other is against a club team. The tour to Thailand is seen with significance to select the players for the upcoming Asian Games and SAF Championship. The Nepalese team, comprising under 23 players, will head to Indonesia from Thailand itself to participate in the Asian Games beginning 18th of August. The former Manchester United manager Alex Ferguson has made his first public appearance since he underwent emergency surgery for a brain hemorrhage. United's official MUTV channel released a recorded message yesterday from Ferguson where he thanked Macclesfield, Salford, Royal and Alexandra hospitals for taking care of him during his illness. The 76-year-old was also thankful for messages of support from around the world and told United fans he would return to the club's Old Trafford ground in the coming season to watch and support the team. Ferguson was United's manager from 1986 to 2013, winning the Champions League twice, the Premier League 13 times and 5 FA Cups. He was knighted in 1999, the year United achieved a treble by winning those 3 trophies in one season. That's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur TV SD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.